Here is what years of being a nurse does to you. Hi everyone, welcome to the 415. That's what my son calls our house. And I am participating today in a collaboration by Katherine Young, Thrift-O-Ween. If you do not know Katherine's channel, please go check her out. She has an adorable channel. She is a beautiful young lady and she is very artistic and creative and has a really fun channel. So please go check her out and check out this playlist so you can see other people's thrifted Halloween. So in my window, I have these reproduction Beisel die cuts. I think they were produced in the 2000s. And I just put them in my window every year. They're already starting to get faded. And I got those from a nice person on eBay a few years ago. My son Seth went pumpkin patching a couple weeks ago, and this is his class, and these are some students in his class, and he carved these last week and they're already going moldy. And I thrifted that little blow mold skeleton, remember that? And here on the porch we have Sloth, who Seth often dresses up. And this is Mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas, which he was a couple years ago for Halloween, and I made this for him to wear like a hat, not over his face, but just on his head. And I made this out of a lampshade and some paint and a witch hat, which the base of the hat is, and then just some cardboard or some poster board. I thought I did an okay job. I was pretty happy with it. This is one of my favorite Halloween decorations, and I can't remember where I got it. It's a Medusa, and it's heavy. She's made out of ceramic or plaster, and when you turn her on, her eyes get red. Isn't she great? Right, let's go in. Now, if you think this is going to be one of those perfect home and decorated tour videos, it is not. I'm just a regular old mom with old decorations and thrifted things. My house is messy. I have a special needs son, and there's no such thing as neat and clean. These are some more of those die cuts, and I have them on the inside of my door. So let's go in. It is an old house, but it's not that haunted. Here's the scary things, my pups. Here's just a large honeycomb pumpkin I have in my entry hall. This is the table in my parlor where I do lots of filming. You've all seen this. And it is giveaway day today. So the winner has been chosen by the time you're seeing this video. So if you haven't checked that out, or you're not sure if you won, please go check it out. This is just a runner. I can't remember where I thrifted this many years ago. I've had this little poppy picture, which I've had up for a while. You've seen these little shoes, and this is just a reproduction postcard here. This is a Hong Kong candy tray. It's hard plastic, and I got this a couple of years ago. I think I got this at my junk shop, which you've heard me mention lots of times. So it's a nice large candy dish. This is an old Hallmark die cut. It's not very big. It's plain on the other side, and it's from Hallmark. What does it say here? 1987. And I know I found that at the NCI a few years ago. On this chair by the window, so it will be backlit. My apologies. I have these 2 popcorn jack-o'-lanterns, and for some, this is one of my favorite Halloween decorations. I absolutely love this. I got this at Target. A few years ago, they had all these vintage style decorations, which I absolutely loved. I didn't get everything I wanted, but I did get some things on sale. This one I've had for a long time. I think I've had him for about 6 years, 5 or 6 years. But he... I just love him. I think he's hilarious. And then he'll ring too. If you set him on sensor, he rings when you walk by. I love him. I love him. And then he'll say, "Look behind you." I do have some lights in my window. I got these at the tip, and they're little candy corn lights. I'm one of those people that has little Wonderland lights in my house all year long. You have all seen this because I showed little vignettes of this from some things I thrifted. Almost all these things were thrifted. This little tray with the pansies on it, or tin with the pansies on it, was thrifted, and the colors looked good for fall, so I just left them there. My friend Viv brought this for Seth. She got it at the Dollar Tree, but I said, no, I'm not giving it to Seth. I am putting it in my decor. And she said, oh, go right ahead. This little box here I made. It's just a box that I decoupage some things on. This little bucket I thrifted at the tip for $1 or 50 cents. You saw these little acorns. They will go to the winner this month also. I have my lights here. I don't have them on right now. And I thrifted this little cage at the tip. And these things are all thrifted here. This little glass ghosty there. This little pedestal was probably for a candle or something, but I liked the way it kind of had a, you know, kind of gothic look. I love this little black cat whistle. My sick glass Viking dish I got at the tip for $1. Makes a nice little cauldron. I have a little candle in there, and my little jadeite plastic skull. I love this guy. I totally love this guy. I got him at a charity shop for 10 cents. And another one of these wire cage flower frogs, and this little box back here, which I also made. It's just decoupage. A little hard plastic candy basket in there. He just has some clothespins inside. And a little Halloween sign. I think I probably got a Goodwill or something like that. Somehow amassed this crazy collection of candy buckets, which I've always loved. I went nuts, and every time I saw one, I picked one up. This year I haven't picked any up because what in the world am I doing with all of these? I think my original notion was to sell them, but I'm not ready to sell them. I love them. Some of them are quite vintage and some of them are not so vintage, but I think all the ones I have here are vintage in some regard. But I do like these guys. Look at this guy on the bottom. So these are all my candy buckets. And when Seth wants to go trick-or-treating, I'm sure he's just gonna grab one of those. Probably that big giant one. So usually I take a little more care on my fireplace. I string a pretty ribbon, but I got these lights at the tip. I'm not so into how they look, but I wanted to put up my little homemade bunting there. There's just some cards, and then these are old, these candy papers, and I just love them. I don't have too much on my fireplace. My little Owlie that was in my fall display, I love her. I thrifted her last year, I think. And this trick or treat sign, I have had this for many, many years, more than 10 years. It's metal. And my dollies, which I actually have out all year, and I really don't think they're scary at all. I think they're beautiful. But my husband says, yeah, they're totally creepy. Over here, I don't know, I guess I kind of gave up. Do you remember I thrifted this frame a while ago to put some postcards in? And it does work nicely, but I really, you can see I was not careful about putting them in there. I just kind of threw them in there. I don't know, I'm just not able to focus. This beautiful ceramic ghostie with his original light and jack-o'-lantern, I love him so much, and I thrifted him last year, either the year before maybe. I thrifted him 2 years ago, can't remember now. And I love him, love him, love him. And you know what? I actually found another one exactly like him, only he didn't have his light. He didn't have his original light. I found him at the tip for $5, and I got him for my son, William. William has him. And I kept trying to get him to send me a picture so I could share with all of you, and he didn't. These guys, this little paper mache couple, I used to always have them on my fireplace. They're kind of falling apart from storage over the years. I got these many, many, many years ago, probably 15 years ago or more. I got them at the gift shop at the hospital where I worked, and I love them. This is a little corner in my dining room where I store kind of my vintage reference books and some other things in there. The die cut back there, I can't remember where I got that, but I love that. Isn't that beautiful? She is very faded. I think it's a Bisol. Now this is another one of those decorations I got at Target, and it doesn't always work great, but I love it. Let's see if it works.
Now is a good time to run.
I love these things. Aren't they funny? I think they're so little buffet I have in my dining room, and there's another one of those vintage style pieces from Target. This is it just glows. It doesn't make any noise. It says fortune teller, and it looks really cool at night when it's lit. And I just have this very small little vignette here. This is some of the oregano that I picked a couple weeks ago. It's actually dry, but it looks really pretty. This ribbon, I don't know, I thought that 333 looked kind of spooky there. Thrifted. These items are, I think they're all thrifted. That cocktail shaker and this Messbecker measure. This guy, thrifted him a few years ago, and I was gonna sell him, and I can't. And this beautiful Relpo witch, which I just absolutely adore. My husband and kids gave that to me last year for my birthday, which is in October, obviously. And I love her to pieces. I love, love, love her. Here's a little peek at the door for Seth's room. He likes to decorate it. Oh, well, hello. I just have a few other little things that I always keep out, and I just kind of added to them. And I have just a tiny little tiered tray. I'll give you a peek, and then tomorrow you can come back to my channel and see a detailed look at that when I participate in my Blessedness collaboration for a Halloween tiered tray. So come back tomorrow for that. I'll give you a quick little peek. These little eyes, I've had these for so many years, and I used to always try to get them in the window, in my little, porthole window, and they never would work. And I thought, I really like these. I want to put them out. It looks like they're two different colors, but they're not. They're just kind of taking the light. See how they kind of shimmer? And I thought, I wonder if they'll set on top of my little cupids there. And they did. What do you think? I like them there. This plastic cat, I think that might be Robin's. I can't remember where that came from. And my little dollies, which are for sale, I've put a little raven on them. And I have another little raven here with just a vintage style card, a couple owlies, and my tiered tray. So come back tomorrow so you can see that up close. Thank you all for stopping by the 415 for a little haunting. I really appreciate it. I hope you will all check out this playlist. It's gonna be so much fun. Go to Katherine's channel. The link to her channel and to the playlist are in my description box. And I hope you are having a wonderful Thrift-O-Ween. Cheers, everyone.
Now is a good time to run.